Hi, hello, good evening. Hi, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me this evening for this quick scope. Hello, Daddy Style. Good to see you. Just wanted to jump on very quick this evening and just share a little message, which I entitled be careful what you ask for because you just may get it. And we've all heard that saying before. People say, be careful what you ask for. You may not know what you want, but I will tell you that today I had an experience. Thank you so much for the hearts. I had an experience that really hit that saying home to me, and I just wanted to share it with my friends out there, those of you who follow me on Periscope. Let me tell you, for those of you who might be new to me, before I go into the lesson or the experience that happened today that taught me and really hit home what that saying really means. Just for those of you who may be new to me, those of you who might be watching the replay, my name is Tameika Isaac Devine. I am a wife, a mom, a practicing attorney, and an elected member of Columbia City Council and the founder of the Possibilities Institute, where we empower primarily women leaders and moms to discover their leadership possibility, maximize their potential, and live a life that leaves a legacy. And I'll tell you, we do that through my professional speaking. I do seminars and conferences all over the place, as well as through our one-on-one coaching programs and group coaching programs. I'm getting tongue-tied a little bit. As well as other products and services that we're developing. And I'll tell you that when I started the Possibilities Institute, it really was an opportunity for me to help people on a deeper level. I help people a lot through my law practice as an attorney and through what I do as an elected member of Columbia City Council. But I really love working with people one-on-one with the Possibilities Institute. And those two roles collided today, and I really saw something or had an experience today that made me think, hey, Fred Jones, good to see you. Wanted me to share today. So I'm going to share a word. Those of you who are watching, please invite your followers. Give me some hearts if I say something that resonates with you. And I'm not going to keep you really long this evening. But wanted to share with you an experience that happened today that really got me as far as be careful what you ask for. Using my title or under the hat of the councilwoman, today we had an opportunity to cut the ribbon on a new park here in the city of Columbia, South Carolina. It is a park that is a neighborhood park that for years was neglected. Over the years, people in the neighborhood got older and didn't have kids, so they didn't use the park as much, and the city didn't maintain it as well as it probably should have. And over the years, the park actually went down. So a few years ago, we had a request and then a champion on city council who wanted to try and start or enact an ordinance, which is a city law, to ban adults who don't have children with them from our public parks. And the discussion was the fact that parks are for kids, and we wanted to keep adults who don't have kids with them out of the parks. And so the reason that really was saying that people were asking for that for this park is, like I mentioned, this park had really fallen in disrepair. And because many people weren't there, it became a haven for the homeless and other people who were potentially, I don't know for sure, but people alleged people were dealing drugs, there was prostitution, just different things happening in the park that certainly isn't anything that you want to see in your neighborhood park. And so I think everybody agreed a few years ago that this park something needed to be done. But the question was, what needed to be done? What is the real problem here, and what is the real solution? And I will tell you that there was a very vocal group who wanted us to restrict access to this public park because they thought that if someone didn't have a kid there, then there was no need for someone to be there dealing drugs, running prostitution, doing whatever they thought people were doing in this park. And I will tell you, I, for one, did not agree with that. I was very hard on some of my friends that supported it. And I'm honestly, no shade here, nothing against the people who really thought that would be in the best interest. But I really knew at that point that there was a bigger issue here. And I wanted to know, what was the real problem? What were we trying to solve? And how can we solve that short of restricting a public park that public funds and people who pay taxes who may not have kids and want to go sit in the park and read a book or go have a picnic or have date night or something like that? What can we do to keep that from happening so that they have access to the part that their taxes go to pay for? So anyway, what happened was there was a group of folks who got together and we decided, let's look at renovating this park. The reason the kids weren't going to the park, and I'm a mom of small kids, the reason the kids and families weren't going to the park is because it was old. It was outdated. The park equipment needed to be replaced. It didn't always look safe. Needed to open it up so that people could see the entire park and there weren't bushes and trees hiding things. And so anyway, after a year and a half's worth of input and then renovation, today we had an opportunity to cut the ribbon on this brand new park, and it was amazing. I mean, we had probably almost 200 people at the reopening of this really small park, but wonderful park. We had the addition of a splash pad and a zip line, and the swings were better. We had playground equipment for older kids and younger kids. We had green space. We had a table out there with chess so that people could play chess. I mean, it was a phenomenal opening. And people were really, really excited about this renovated park and what this adds to the community. So just wanted to share this story because I had so many people come up to me today after the reopening of the park. And some of the folks who were in support of the ordinance and wanted to restrict adults without children coming to the park were in awe of the park, and they loved it. And I actually had an older gentleman come up to me and said that he and his wife walked up to the park. They live in the community. They walked up to the park last night and had a date night. After dinner, they walked up to the park. They sat on the bench and they just talked and had a really good time. And he said even his wife got up and got on the zip line for a minute. And these are they're probably 50 something years old, but or close to 60. But it was so neat to hear him talk about the experience and he and his wife enjoying this community park that they've lived down the street from for years but hadn't been to since they had small kids. So I just use this example use this story as an example to you that think about sometimes be careful what you ask for. Because if we had reacted, if the city of Columbia had reacted to the folks who said they want to restrict access to this park wouldn't have been renovated. There would have been a lot of concerns regarding restricting access to a public park, but we also wouldn't have a neighborhood community park right now with new amenities and a renewed excitement about this great park within a community that can be enjoyed by those that are young and those that are young at heart. So I just share that story with you to know that think about what you ask for. And I share that on the other level that in my practice as a coach and success strategist, I deal with a lot of women who come to me sometimes and they're saying, Tameika, this is what I want. This is my goal. And when I dig deeper with them and talk to them about, well, why is that your goal? Ask yourself, what is your why? Why is that what you want to achieve? And they think and they tell me about why. Then sometimes we dig deeper and realize that the goal that they set really isn't the goal that they want. They want something else, but they think that the goal that they set will give them the happiness or the joy that they think they want, but it really isn't what they really want. So I just want to challenge you that as you are setting goals, as you are strategizing on the level of success that you want to see in your life, be careful what you ask for. And realize what is your why and what your ultimate goal is and what you're trying to achieve. And think about the ways that you can get there. And sometimes it's not exactly what you thought it would be. It might be something else that actually gets you to where you need to be. So that is what I wanted to share. Again, those of you who are new, I see some new people jumped on the scope. Those of you who are watching the replay as well, I am Tameika Isaac Devine. I am a wife, a mom, a practicing attorney, an elected official, and founder of the Possibilities Institute, where we empower women leaders and moms to discover their leadership possibility, maximize their potential, and live a life that leaves a legacy. And I will tell you that I would love for you to continue to follow me. You can always catch me on Periscope here at TI Devine or on Twitter at TI Devine. Also, my Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube channels are Tameika Isaac Devine. And then please feel free to check out my website at www.possibilitiesinstitute.com. If you go to Possibilities Institute, you can sign up for my newsletter where I share other success tips and strategies to help you get to the next level and live a life that leaves a legacy. But I look forward to hearing from you. Please feel free to send me an email anytime and continue to watch me here on Periscope. Share my scopes, invite your followers, and I want to just wish you all a wonderful weekend. And those of you dads out there, happy Father's Day. And those of you who will be celebrating with your dads, happy Father's Day. And those of you who may not have your dad here right now, like me, my father passed away 5 years ago. And so I celebrate Father's Day in a different way because I don't have a father here on earth, but my father is in heaven, and I celebrate him too on Father's Day. So I wish you all a very, very happy Father's Day, a wonderful weekend, and remember what I shared with you about be careful what you ask for, and remember that think about your goals, think about your why, and ultimately you'll get there. And if you need help at trying to figure out what your goals are and how do you get there and strategize on your level of success, please feel free to reach out to me at Tameika Isaac Devine at possibilitiesinstitute.com. Thanks so much, and y'all have a great evening. Bye-bye.